Hello dear children, how are you? So now we will be doing a new chapter in our grammar. And what is that chapter? That chapter is abstract and concrete nouns. Now we all remember what are nouns. So tell Pushpanjali ma'am, what do you mean by nouns? Nouns are, they are the naming words. Right, absolutely right. Nouns are naming words. And it can be names of, it can be a name of a person, it can be a name of a place, it can be a name of an animal, or it can be a name of a thing. Right? We all know this thing now, that nouns are naming words and it can be names of a person, place, animal or thing. We all know this thing. Now, beta, all these nouns, the person, the place, the animal or the thing, we can see them physically. We can touch them. Right? We can touch them. We can see all these things physically. So these are called, what are these called? Concrete nouns. What are they called? These are called concrete nouns because we can see them physically. We can see them, right? And we can make them out that whether it is a person, whether it is a place, whether it is an animal or a thing. So simply we have to remember that nouns are naming words, and naming words, it can be a name of a person, place, animal or thing. And because all these things, they can be seen physically, that's why they are called concrete nouns. Simple. Save it in your mind. Done? Clear? Now coming to the topic, what are abstract nouns? What do you mean by abstract nouns? What are abstract nouns, dear children? Abstract nouns. Beta, abstract nouns are the nouns which we cannot see them physically. Okay, we can feel that. Okay, like for example, the definition that is given in your grammar book is, they can refer to relationships, qualities, ideas, theories, feelings, state of being, etc. Such nouns are called abstract nouns. In a very simple language, if I want to tell you what are abstract nouns cannot be seen. We cannot see them. We cannot touch them. We cannot smell them. We cannot taste them. Right? It cannot be seen, but it can only be felt. We can feel that noun, and those things, those nouns are called abstract nouns. Clear? So concrete nouns, we can see them physically. Like for example, marker. It's a thing. You can see it physically, you can touch this also. For example, duster. You can see it physically and you can even touch this duster. So it's a concrete noun. But if I say happiness, so we cannot see happiness, we can feel the happiness in our heart. Right? So all the nouns which cannot be seen but only can be felt are called abstract nouns. To be very simple, abstract nouns. That's it. One more thing. Beta, to convert a particular adjective to its abstract noun form, there is no rule. It comes with practice. It comes with practice. Right? There is no particular rule that this rule should be followed to convert a particular adjective into its abstract noun. Fine. So, just we have to remember is that concrete nouns can be seen physically. Abstract nouns cannot be seen physically. It can only be felt. Okay. Now, we are going to do the exercise which is there on page number 8. Right? And the first exercise is we have to write whether the underlined word is a concrete noun or an abstract noun. As you can see on page number 8, the first exercise, A part it is given, my mom is going to visit the dentist today. Clear? And dentist is underlined. Now we have to make out whether the underlined word is an abstract noun or it is a concrete noun. Tell me, we can see a dentist? Yes, of course we can see a dentist. So here in the blank we have to write concrete noun, CN. CN you can write down, right, for concrete noun. Because we can see a dentist. Physically we can see a dentist. That's why we are writing concrete noun. Simple. Now the B part is honesty is the best policy. And here what is underlined? Honesty is underlined. Now can we see honesty physically? Can we see honesty? No, we cannot see honesty physically, but it can be felt. We can feel. Right? So what are we going to write down in the blank? It is abstract noun. So we can write down AN. A stands for abstract and N stands for noun. Similarly, we are going to do the remaining part of the exercise. The remaining part are the answers I'll be providing you in the assignment section. Okay, now moving to the second exercise, which is again on page number 8. It says, write the abstract nouns of the underlined adjectives. Now here, the adjectives are underlined and we have to convert them into their abstract form. Right? A brave soldier. Right? What is the abstract form? Bravery. What is the abstract form? It is bravery. Because it cannot be seen. Bravery cannot be seen. You can only feel that you are being brave. So, bravery is the abstract form. A rude person. So, what is again the abstract noun? Rudeness. Okay. Again, rudeness cannot be seen, but it can only be felt. It can only be felt. Fine. An innocent baby. So, what is the abstract noun? Innocence. Again, it is a state of being, that is a person who is free from all the guilt or anything wrong. That person is called an innocent person, and the abstract form is innocence. In the similar manner, beta, we will be covering the rest part of the exercise. I will be providing you the answers in the assignment section. Okay, now moving to the third exercise, which is on page number 9. What do we have to do in that? We have to unscramble the letters in brackets to get the qualities we admire. Now beta, in the bracket, there are few jumbled letters which we have to arrange in a proper order so that we get the qualities that we admire in any person. These are the positive qualities that we admire in any person. We have to just arrange them in a particular order so that we can get a quality that we admire. Simple. Fine. He likes to share what he has with others. He likes to share what he has with others. So, what is the quality? Generosity. So, we are going to write down generosity. Okay. So, we have to write down here generosity. B part is he is very humble. Now what is that quality? Humility. A person who is very humble, this is the quality that we admire. She is gentle and caring. What is the quality? Kindness. Yes. So we should also develop all these qualities in our personality so that everyone admires us. The remaining part I'll be giving you the answers in the assignment section. I hope you all must have understood this chapter, and again I am saying beta, there is no rule to convert a particular word into its abstract form. It all comes with practice, right? Bye.